A lot of players in League of Legends go AFK, leave and dodge, but what are the consequences? Based on behavior, there are several punishments. For example, what happens if you dodge? Well, it depends on how many times in a row you do that. The more you dodge in a single day, the more severe the penalty. The first dodge is 6 minutes of extra queue time and minus 5 LPs. The second dodge is 30 minutes of extra queue time and minus 15 LPs. And third dodge is still minus 15 LPs, but a blasting 12 hours of extra queue time. Personally, I believe that dodging can be an effective strategy to climb in solo queue, since your MMR will not be affected. But be careful not to abuse it too much. Now back on track, when we talk about AFK and leavers, things get a tiny bit more complex. The system will do its best to track player behavior during matches. If you leave a match or stay idle in base, you'll get flagged and punished. But what if you leave the game unintentionally? Like, say you had a power outage.
Jesus Christ.
Well, if it's too early, your team will vote for remake and you'll get a loss. I mean, you can't really blame them, you'd do the same. But if it's mid-game and you reconnect as soon as possible and finish the match, you won't be flagged as a leaver. Just remember that if you are disconnected longer than you play the match, you'll likely get punished. Now, how does it work when you're punished by the system? There are several tiers of punishment. The more consecutive matches you leave, the more you'll advance in penalty tiers. Up to tier 3, you'll get 115 minutes of queue delay, and after tier 4, you can get up to an additional 2 weeks of queue lockout. The scaling is massive, so you definitely don't want to make a habit out of it. More importantly, penalties are more severe when it comes to ranked. You can get restricted and asked to play normal games before you can play ranked again. Also, keep in mind that if you leave a game and your team wins, it will still count as a loss for you. I'll make sure to leave all the useful and official links in the description below, so make sure to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment on your experience about it, and click the video on the screen for more awesome content.